Did you know? The superpower known as the United States has a long journey filled with blood, struggle, and big dreams. From indigenous tribes to the founding of a republic, this is the long story of the history of the United States. Long before the arrival of Europeans, the Americas were inhabited by millions of native peoples or Indian tribes. They lived with unique cultures from the Sioux, Apache, Cherokee to the Navajo. Each tribe had its own distinct traditions, mythology, and way of life. In 1492, Christopher Columbus landed in the Americas. Afterward, Europeans arrived in droves. The Spanish, French, Dutch, and English. They established colonies and exploited the natural resources, even using the American lands as a trading ground for slaves from Africa. England eventually took control of 13 colonies in North America. However, high taxes and harsh policies of the British Empire angered the colonists. This is where the seeds of rebellion began to grow. In 1775, the American Revolution broke out. Great figures such as George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin led the struggle. The Declaration of Independence was read on July 4, 1776, marking the birth of a new nation, the United States of America. After independence, America grew rapidly. They expanded westward, known as Manifest Destiny. However, differences over slavery sparked the Civil War. President Abraham Lincoln led America through those difficult times, eventually abolishing slavery. Entering the 19th century, America grew into an industrial nation. Large cities sprang up. Immigrants arrived from various countries, and America began to look to its future as a world power. America was involved in World Wars I and II. After World War II, America emerged as a new superpower, competing with the Soviet Union in the Cold War. From Martin Luther King Jr.'s civil rights movement, the Vietnam War, to the 1969 moon landing, America continues to make history. Today, the United States is known as a country with a major influence in politics, economics, technology, and culture. The United States' long journey is a story of struggle, dreams, and change. From a colony to a global superpower, this history teaches us that a nation can be born from a spirit of unity and courage. How the United States developed into the world superpower we know today. If in the first part we discussed the birth of America from a small colony, in this second part we will see how the United States developed into the world superpower we know today. America was initially neutral, but eventually joined World War I. After that, World War II became a turning point. America emerged as the savior of Europe and the victor in the war against Japan, after the atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. After World War II, America faced the Soviet Union in the Cold War. This rivalry gave rise to a nuclear arms race, a space race, and even proxy wars in various countries, such as Vietnam and Korea. In the 1960s, Black people demanded equality. Martin Luther King Jr. became an icon of the struggle with his "I Have a Dream" speech, which shook the world. America became the first nation to successfully send humans to the moon. Neil Armstrong said, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." America faced enormous challenges: the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal, the September 11, 2001 attacks, and the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. All of these shaped the face of modern America. Today, America remains a superpower with global influence in technology, economics, culture, and even the military. However, they also continue to face new challenges: social inequality, political divisions, and competition with China. From world wars to the moon landing, from the civil rights movement to modern warfare, the history of the United States is a long tale of triumph and conflict. The next chapter may answer, where is America headed in the future?